Alright. Well, I forgot to turn that thing off again. There we go. Little back feed. That's not fun, but that's okay. I hope everybody's having a great day. Welcome to Piece of Pat Paints. We usually have technical difficulties of some sort because, well, I'm technically challenged. And that's alright. I can paint, or at least that's what everybody seems to tell me. I like painting, and I like talking. So that's really what matters, right? I am having a little bit of an allergy problem today, so I might be sniffling a little bit. But you can't catch that over the internet. And it's allergies anyway. So, really? What? Did you know what time it was? Is that what it is? How does this... Yeah, Kristen says happy Monday. And here comes the getter. Buttons. Did you see something outside? Nope. Oh. Well, there he goes. Okay, so... like I said, having a little sniffles, but we're going to get over it. We are back to working on our Screamer Killer. And it's been a fun adventure so far with all these Tyranids. And we're slowly getting there. I didn't get much work done this weekend. I wasn't feeling too well, so I had to sleep it off. And I'm still a little wheezy, but that's all right. We are going to pull through this. Okay, so last week we were kind of working down this side of the leg and thinking about heading into the tail. I think I might finish this leg first, and then we'll go to the tail. So if we can get that off there really easily without having to poke it. Yep. Well, I mean, as easy as it gets with these things. Okay. Now. Okay. So. A lot of these paints are starting to get a little dry on us, but if we get just a little bit of water, we can usually kind of bring these guys back to life. They get clumpy, but it's not completely dried out. So as long as you kind of work your little water in and gently blend that water into those little mounds, it will let you kind of bring that paint back to life. And you see how this one over here is separated. Well, maybe not. You probably can't actually see that in the camera, but they'll do that. They'll kind of separate and mess around. And that's the fun thing. The good thing about a wet palette is you can sometimes kind of keep those things from getting too messed up, which is the idea of having the whole thing, right? Alright, so we want this to go ahead and be this magenta color. We're about to have to make a decision on all that, which I think I'm just going to go ahead and let it paint. I'm going to let the shadows of the deal kind of take care of it. Changed our music up today It's a little bit more of the synthwave instead of our John Carpenter theme we've been going with, which is fun. I like the John Carpenter thing, but too much of something is a bad thing. So we'll just move on. Play something a little different. Okay, so that's nice and set up. Okay, so looks like the underneath of this guy, we gotta start making this blend happen. And remember, we're doing that same fade we've done on everything else leading up to this point. So same fade. And we can kind of see the seam line on this side, but it's all good. We'll blend a lot of that away once we start getting this paint coated in here properly. Plus it's kind of at the bottom, and with the base on, it's going to be pretty hard for anybody to actually see the seams. They do a pretty good job hiding them. Games Workshop does. It didn't always used to be that way. It used to be bad. And it's not always great. Like there's days where you kind of gotta fix stuff. You should have seen a lot of these guys before I fixed them. That Psychophage had a big split in it, and this guy had a big splits in his legs, and he still looked kind of messed up from it. But you know, it's getting better. Might be able to just drop a little bit of this yellow on that, kind of blend it away. You never know. I'll just keep blending that Sienna down into that Naples yellow. And it does kind of start to take it away a little bit, but like I said, the one I'm really worried about is that guy. He's a little bit harder to hide, but I think we're going to be okay. See, it's right on a spot where you can see it, and like face right up to the sky. But it's so small and it's so hidden. Well, not hidden, but it's such a small little spot, you just might not notice it. I think I forgot the mill put back here too, that is my fault. Like I said, with these guys, we were in a big hurry and we were trying to get them up on the table so the kids could play. And so I could play with the kids because they always want me to play with them. Nobody wants to listen to that. Dang commercials. I guess I should probably eventually pay for whatever the subscription services are to get to where we don't have to have that. But, you know, we're still trying to kind of get things going around here. We did pick up some new subscribers over the weekend, which is awesome. So welcome to the new subscribers, if you watch today. And you'll know who you are because you subscribed recently. So, anyway. And any new subscribers, honestly, welcome to and anybody who's maybe watching us for the very first time and haven't decided to subscribe. Welcome to you too. And welcome to YouTube, I guess. Anyway. That's me just being weird. Alright, well. Keep kind of working these colors in. Again, we want to get that raised area first. Leave those recesses darker for a little bit longer. We might end up covering them up a little bit later. We want to layer it in. Oh yeah. What? Dude, I'm working. What? Dude. You. Hi. There's some scratches, and then I gotta get to work. I'm trying to finish this army. You're making me crazy. He's a purring kitty, man. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Can I get back to work now? I rubbed all your face. I did. Uh-huh. Up in the beard. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. I gotta get back to work. Yeah, but I do. Cats, man. Alright. You're still over here purring. Go find something to do, buddy. There you go. Get up there. Get up there. I really do think I'm getting better at like watching the camera. Or keeping it in camera range. That's something I really am striving to get good at. It's a little different. But I feel like we've gotten a lot better since our first episodes. Which is great. That's what you want, right? You want to see improvement. Okay. There we go. And we're going to come back and probably do another coat of that later. But we've got that same kind of work we've been doing with everything else. Where it fades from one color into the next. And gives us that nice bone. And we can fade this in next. Because I kind of want it to be... That needs to be the brightest part of the red. And then we're just going to overcoat it with our burnt sienna, or I think this is, yeah. I'm right. I need to be more confident in myself. Yeah. And that ought to look real nice. Once that dries out, that'll be a lot more orange. And then we can bring it back down into the pink down here again. Magenta. Not actually pink now, is it? Anywho. It's like a pinkish purple. Red. Oh, goodness. Mondays are always a slow day here around the studio and the online funds. My goal is to one day have a bunch of folks on here talking about whatever have you. But it looks like today is not that day. And that's okay. I gotta go try and run and get some kids and stuff here in a little bit anyway. My usual Monday run. It's really odd having kids like in school all over the city. But yeah, no, that's life, right? can be a hassle, but kids are worth it. They're kind of a pain in the butt. Hold them to account too. Don't let them slide. It's better for them. But they're definitely worth it. They're definitely worth being the pain in the butt that they are. It's totally alright. At least in my humble opinion. People are definitely welcome to for their own opinions. Good Lord, they're hitting us up on all sorts of ads today, aren't they? I must not hit my ad quota. Or maybe they're hitting a crackdown. Who knows? El Zucco, he likes to get his money. Actually, I don't even think he has anything to do with it anymore. There's like a whole board of investors and all that. Gotta start keeping them happy. Man, actually, I think I'm gonna change my idea here. I was gonna try and fade that down. I think I'm gonna bring that to here. We're not gonna fade it quite as much. We're gonna make it mostly the. There we go. More of that. A little bit more white, or the Naples yellow towards the back instead. Yeah, that color will strike better. We'll need to let it dry. Oh, goodness. All right, other side. Alright, we need to fade it in a little bit. There's a ridge there, isn't there? And we need to do just a little bit of fading that in on the top. And perhaps the bottom. Yeah, because there's that little bit of a ridge there. That'll help separate this anyway. That's alright. Little bits at a time. Like I said, we're just kind of layering this up. Yeah, I like that. I'll just push a little bit of the fade into that right there. A little more of that sienna color. Kind of faded up into the crevice there. A little bit of Naples just to kind of smooth it out from this side. Go over this ridge one more time to bring it out. We'll come around the other side. I'm going to come down. Notice when I come down, I'm going to skip just a little bit of space between here and where I'm going to put my brush. Okay? That's going to help build us up a little bit of a break in the color buildup. Same thing here. I'm not going to color the underside of that, just the tops. And then same thing down here. I want to get this edge done. It's a whole lot easier to see on this side for some reason. Maybe it's just the way the light's hitting it. my point of view of what's going on is a little different than the camera, but I feel like the camera's in a great place to really capture where we're painting and what we're painting while I'm talking, which is what we're trying to do, right? Alright, again, just that edge. We're going to leak a lot of that darkness in the crevice. I just want to start off on the top of this and run the edge of this bone. I'm going to kind of do that same thing here. Just sound like make it a little bit more intense since we have an idea of what we're doing. It's always easier that second time, I think. Because you're like, oh, okay, well, I know what I'll do next time. Especially since this is like a wild paint scheme. It's not anything anybody normally would, oop, wrong way, normally would paint. You might hire somebody to paint something like this. But most people wouldn't want to spend this long because painting the Tyranids, it's just a lot. They have a lot of little gribblies and creases and stuff to figure out. See? No, I thought I unplugged that silly thing. I unplugged the wrong thing. What? 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 Dude! Again? Bro, now you got me sticking my fingers in the paint. But my guy. My guy. Are you coming or what? What? This is not the button to show. This is the Pat Paint show. Yes, I know. You're such a sweet cat. Mm-hmm. 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 The dog is happy. Is that, are you whining about the dog being outside and you're not? The dog is happy outside. She likes it out there, okay? I promise. Something went terribly wrong and we had a crash. It looks like everything is starting to come back. Oh gosh, what a crazy day this has been today. Cat, you're a nuisance. Okay. They think we're going to be back. I'm going to go ahead. Goofiness. Yep, okay. That looks like we're back. Hey, what are you doing? This cat, I swear to God, y'all. I swear to everything in the world. Wait, what are you doing now? What are you doing? Anywho. Okay, so anyway, we were busy painting. I don't even know what time it is anymore. Things are now starting to get a little strange. My counter's down. What a day. Okay, we still have like a good half an hour. Alright. So sorry about the crash. That was unexpected. Kind of entertaining. At least from my side. I don't know how entertaining it is for people who have to watch that stuff. Probably kind of annoying, honestly. So I definitely don't blame you if that upset you, and I'm sorry. I do apologize. I was trying to set the cat down, and I think I nudged the power cord, and it came loose. Oh my God. What a day. You just gotta laugh at bad days, guys. You just kind of... It happens to everybody. Alright. Alright. Trying to get all this going. My computer's still waking up. It keeps moving around things and it's creeping me out. Okay. And then definitely want that part to be pretty reddish. And then come out to this orange, which is our sienna, burnt sienna. Keep that guy in view best we can. Oh yeah, this side looks a lot better than the other side, but it's alright. That's why I started on the inside. Excellent. Definitely got a little bit of a crazy custom vibe going on, which is what we were looking for. On here, I'm going to go ahead and Payne's gray these little talons, just so it looks good, looks right, and we have a placeholder there for it. We'll come back later and finish them up. Slow Monday. That's all good. I hope everybody out there is having a pretty okay Monday. And if you're not having a good Monday, I hope that your Monday gets better. And just remember, it's a few days away. You'll be back on the weekend, sitting around talking about whatever it is that's relevant at the moment. Maybe enjoying a beverage of your choice in a place of your choice, not having to listen to people talk about things you don't want to talk about. It's kind of like what work is, right? Like, work is a lot of like sitting around listening to people talk about stuff you really don't want to talk about, but you talk about anyway because, well, they're your coworkers, and you know you like them, they're okay, and you try to get along. That's just how it goes. I talk to my coworker all the time, but he never answers me back. My only coworker is the computer. Oh, I guess you could count Buttons as my coworker, huh? He's been an absolute menace today. I hope he didn't destroy a plant again. He has like, I don't know, some sort of like vendetta against my house plants. Oh, thank gosh, that thing shut off. I definitely gotta figure out how to get that refrigerator shut off for us when it's time. I thought I unplugged it, but I definitely did not. It's pretty annoying. It drives me nuts. Damn commercials. I don't know. That other one didn't have any commercials. It's so weird. Maybe it's the producer. Who knows? I definitely don't want to get flagged for community standards violations or nothing. Nice. Something's going on in my background. Weirdness. I think it's still trying to figure out what it's doing. Weird. Just shut that down, right? There you go. I'm not a computer guy. I wish I was. I wish I was knew more about this stuff. Maybe one day I'll take a course or something and learn about it. Who knows? Probably not, guys. Don't count on that. I got so much stuff going on, and I'm getting all sorts of errors and buzzes. It could just be the system catching up to the crash from earlier. Who knows? This guy's been a lot of fun. I'm gonna be glad when they're all done and we can showcase the whole army. It'll be super cool. Uh-oh, here he comes again, the terrorist. And we're just kind of keep fading that colors in and out, in and out. Fading, fading, fading. I'm trying to let those crevices stay darker. And remember, that's a burnt, or it's a raw umber in there. So if you have to, you can always kind of come back and bring it back if you need to. Just be careful doing too much. It won't look good. I'm gonna just put all that. Keep working with that sienna. Fade that sienna down into that Naples yellow from the magenta. Ooh, got a touch. I felt to touch something. I think we actually touched the place where it was okay to touch it. Ah, that'll scare you good. Get in here and get this magenta rolling real good. Good Lord. I'm just getting nailed with these things. Mine. There we go. I'm pretty sure this one will play without interruptions. Maybe I just need to stick to the ones I know will play without interruptions. Watch me say that, and this one hits me. I guess I might have to pay for some sort of subscription, is what it really is. That's usually what they do, isn't it? Hit you for a subscription. Yeah, that's looking nice. Gotta let that sinew be nice and sinewy down in there. Definitely looking good. Definitely looking good. Okay. Alright, we need a little bit more. Alright. I'll come back and touch a little bit of that up later. I think that leg is done, and this tail side is almost done. I want to get this a little bit brighter. Yep, I like that. Keep bringing it up just a little bit, and then we'll come back with a little bit of Sienna and blend down. I'll take out that line, the fade line look. And that has a lot to do with, like, some of the things you have to remember about making paints work and fade and whatever is knowing the mixture of the paints themselves. So the paints themselves are made out of different materials, so they kind of have different feels. So, like, I know this. The burnt sienna is a little bit more of a wetter paint in general. It's more liquidy in a way. Like it's thinner, and so it's easier to get it to blend in with something, which is why it makes a great bridge from the magenta to the Naples. Now we got a pretty good look right there. Yeah. All right, we're gonna run a little magenta around this little piece here. Imagine it's got that little bit of muscle on the bottom of it right here, where it's able to flex the needle of it around, I suppose, like the tip of it, because it kind of looks like it's scorpion-esque, like it's gonna strike. It'd be scary if it could aim that thing like even more than you thought possible at first. You're like, oh my gosh, now it goes and aims. I don't know. I'm a dork. I'm okay with it. Alright. Here we go, here we go, here we go now. I can't believe if I shut the computer off somehow. I don't know what I did. I'm pretty sure I nudged the cable. I'm going to have to check them later. And make sure they're plugged in all the way. I don't know. I was over there. I tried to unplug the refrigerator earlier today so it wouldn't buzz on us while we were in the middle of filming. And of course, whatever I unplugged wasn't what I thought it was. You know. When I was over there, I probably knocked it loose. And then me fiddling with the dang cat, because he's, you know, he's just been his kiddiness. He's definitely all about being the kitty. And my dog wants in right in the middle of me doing this, which is very typical of how the yawn dog operates. And we go again. Same thing. up into it. Kind of want to miss that depression there. Paint the other side of it. At least the first couple passes. We may want to add some in there later. But for now, we're going to kind of let it stay. Help us with the three-dimensionalness of it all. Give it the depth we want. Ooh. Watch that water. Oh, almost knocked that cup over. That would have sucked. I'd have been big mad. I really need to drink more water. Probably would help on my sinus drainage. Temperature spiked back up around here, so yeah, that usually means the mold shows up. And mold loves the mold out here. I don't know. Something about Oklahoma. Yeah, just keep fading that up. I don't know. Eventually you'll get it all worked together right, and it'll look fan-diddly-astic. And it's okay if we gotta do it a couple times. It's just practice, right? I don't think we're gonna have to do it a couple times. And I don't think you will either. I think you're gonna watch me do this. And if you want to do this, you're going to go straight in there and you're going to kick its butt. Because I believe in you. And Buttons believes in you. Yeah. I can hear him in the hallway again. Meowing away. Nobody's going to let you in the attic, Buttons. I'll tell you what, this cat loves the attic. What? Dude, what? What? Bro. What? Come on in. Come on in. Come on. What is it? Huh? What is it? Did you literally just come to meow at me? This is so weird. You're such a weird cat. You come to meow at me. Alright, my dude. Meow away. If it's about the dog, she'll be fine. We're going to be leaving here soon. She's going to get in the car. She'll be okay. Trust me. Alright, now we got to get on the inside of his little tail. This angle's a little bit trickier because it curves in. Is that concave? So it just makes it a little bit more difficult to paint. Nothing we can't handle though, right? Yeah, get that Sienna working real good. And then we'll pull it in. our Naples yellow. Work that in there. And we want to leave this one alone pretty soon because we don't want to overtake the wash on this. And just move on. Let it go. It is kind of underneath, so it's harder for anyone to see. But we want to make sure that it's going to look decent on the profile and have that little bit of fade, which is what we've got going. Awesome. So it looks great. Looks good, looks good, looks good. And that leg's looking on point. The fade looking decent here. We've got to move on to this leg. Yeah, drink of water. Remember to stay hydrated while you're working, folks. Super important. You get too dehydrated, you don't think straight, and you'll make more mistakes on your piece than you really need to. Dude, I'm working. Bro. I'm telling you, if it's about the dog, man, she's going to be okay. I promise. He's always so concerned about the dog. It's like, she wants in, she wants out, she wants in, she wants out. It's like, okay, but see, she's getting ready to go on a trip, and she wants that, and it'll be fine. Same thing, fade, fade, fade. Bringing that magenta into our sienna. Don't cover up our wash too much. Same idea, same idea. Keep on trucking. Okay. Now we gotta do just a little bit of that fade work. Bring it down into the yellow. Just kissing the edge here. Keep those brush strokes moving in the same direction as best you can. I did see a guy who was doing one. It was a Alpha Legion, I think, and his brush strokes were all kind of crisscross, but it was part of the work itself, so it tied in really, really well. Like he created a pattern by using brush strokes, which was really neat. So big props to that guy. And if you happen to be watching my channel for some reason, man, sweet. And big props to you. It was really cool. It's a bunch of like cross hatching and stuff like that, with the different colors to kind of create like almost like a, I don't know, it looked like cracked paint or antique paint. It was really neat. I see a lot of really neat stuff online. There's so many great painters out there. Most of those guys are airbrushers, though. Guys, see some guys that do airbrush stuff that's just insane. But this guy wasn't. This guy was totally all a little little brush strokes. It was really cool. I was like, man, that's awesome. Big props to him for coming up with that idea. We got to start figuring out what we're going to paint our Space Marine chapter as. Because I've got a whole bunch of Space Marines to do next. Well, for 40k anyway. We also got to do Kobolds. I got some Kobolds for D&D. But it actually looks like we're going to be heading over maybe to Swahagan instead. Because I got to get a bunch of Swahagan done for an underwater campaign with the kids. It's fun. We play a lot of games over here. Now that I keep talking about it, we play a lot of games, which is probably good. It's probably good to play games with kids, right? Good for them. Helps them build social skills and problem-solving skills and what have you. Heck yeah. Looking really spiffy. All right. It's starting to look nice and proper. Oh wow, up to 11 views while I was looking down. All right. Welcome, if anybody's still watching. Welcome aboard. I appreciate you stopping by. If you're not still watching, thanks for coming. Glad you stopped by. Either way, hopefully we can pick up some subscriptions. We need to keep picking those up. That's fun. I really like opening up my little monitor thing and seeing that we have new people that want to hang out with us. Don't be shy to chime in at any time too. I like comments. I usually try to respond to all the comments. Or in the chats, but if it's a chat, I try to respond to all the chats. At least for now. I've seen a couple of these shows where people like, the chat is just going so fast you can't possibly be with it. Which is really cool. Like, I love watching that for people. Like, when it happens to people, it's just so cool. You're like, oh, that's really neat. Especially when they weren't expecting it, you know? And it just kind of just explodes. You're like, oh, wow, that's so fun. Look at how excited they are. It's kind of like hitting the lottery, I guess. A little bit. All right, well. Well, that's starting to look pretty good. We've still got several other things to get done here. We've got plenty of termagants. I don't know if I showed you guys the termagant scheme, but that was the termagant. This is our same kind of scheme. We're rolling. Ooh, come on, grab it. Grab that little guy. So anyway, it's very similar to the color scheme we've got for everything else. And so things are starting to look pretty good for our little army here. I got to get the finishing touches on all those guys, but those are started. And then we still have, 4 swarms, some rippers, some other pieces and stuff to get this army done. We might I don't know, we might take a break from this and move on to something else. Who knows? If you have any opinions, so totally let us know in the comments. Love to hear from you. It's really awesome painting here on YouTube. I have a lot of fun doing it. I like painting, so it makes this easy. But it's been really fun so far, and we're learning a lot of stuff. And we just kind of go at our own pace, and we're not really gonna stress anything too much, because that's the way you should do art stuff. You start stressing too much, and you'll make mistakes. So we try to be chill and relax and have a good time. Anyway, I want to thank all you folks. I want to say thank you to all the people who do all the liking and the subscribing and all the commenting and all those things. It really makes this a whole lot more fun. I could probably do it with by myself for a while, but every time we get a comment or every time we get a new subscriber, it really does help kind of push that that good feeling to keep going forward and to keep doing these things. So definitely keep up y'all's good work, and I'll keep up my work, and we'll see you tomorrow. So thank you so much. Have a great day.